Cardinals. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw here. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Robertson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? They'll look to throw here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Pernell McPhee able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. He'll drop to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Jackson on first down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They go play action here on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Out to his left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Arizona, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home.
the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Ready? 50, play. Check. Watch 54. Watch QB draw. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. To the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll drop the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it, 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, Carson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Here's Carson, and this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Let's make these run.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive, 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in this.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Arizona. Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. This is Carson. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just boom, quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Floating one, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14.
Ready? 91.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready?
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Play to win. Let's go.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson looking for his running back, and he's got him. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw on 3rd down. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes.
Defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson to the right side and complete to Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Well, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. Hey, your holder to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And how about that for just running out the clock? That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get second.
He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And his kick is indeed good. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wilson. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Seattle.
On first down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Seahawks.
On first and 10, it's Wilson.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
2 yards, good enough for a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
218, chopper. Ready?
Back to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in his zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He was looking for Crabtree that time. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard is going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is taken at the 23. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles, and the Rams have scored to move in front. Jared Goff with 1 touchdown pass thus far. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll try the left side. It's Robertson, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. There's Wilson. Man open left side. It's Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down, Carson. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been and this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready? You're out. 60 Pittsburgh.
Now a handoff looking right. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They're going to look to throw. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. So many Texas imprints on this offense. Seals-Jones, another one with those roots. Born in Houston, played at Texas A&M. Cardinals actually picked him up as an undrafted free agent in 2017. And then he got an opportunity to see the field a fair amount last year, hauled in 34 catches, and now hoping to play an even greater role under this new staff in Arizona. That one good for 33 and a 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cards, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves